This is an English edition of Dalsan TV, Somalia's top TV station for news and updates. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Let's take a look at some of the stories that we have prepared for you. Somali MP confirms ex-president's driver missing for over a week. Somali Parliament receives final draft for constitutional amendments. Somali Cabinet approves Turkey energy deal. And the Somali army kills over 80 Al-Shabaab fighters in different operations. Now let's delve into a full bulletin. Somali Member of Parliament has confirmed the disappearance of the long-time driver of Somalia's former president, Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo. The Member of Parliament denied reports that the driver defected to the militant group Al-Shabaab. A Somali Member of Parliament MP has confirmed the disappearance of the long-time driver of former President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo. The driver had been missing for over a week. However, MP Fatuma vehemently denied reports suggesting that the driver had defected to the militant group Al-Shabaab. Recent reports had emerged claiming that the driver of former President Farmajo had joined the ranks of Al-Shabaab. These rumors surfaced shortly after authorities announced the arrest of 16 individuals accused of facilitating an attack on prestigious hotel near the presidential complex. The man in question, identified as Sahal Mohamed Hirsi, allegedly sold a bulletproof vehicle that belonged to the former president before making his way to the port city of Kismayo in Jubaland state. From there, he reportedly traveled to one of Al-Shabaab strongholds in the region. The incident follows a similar case where the driver of former parliament, Speaker Mohamed Mursal, surrendered himself to Al-Shabaab in the lower Juba region. The increasing number of defections among state employees and members of security agencies to the ranks of the insurgent group has raised concerns about the extent of Al-Shabaab's influence and its ability to infiltrate various sectors. Al-Shabaab, a militant group, has been a persistent threat in Somalia for many years. The group seeks to establish a strict interpretation of Sharia law across the country and has been responsible for numerous acts of violence, including bombings, assassinations, and attacks on military and civilian targets. Over time, Al-Shabaab has exploited vulnerabilities within Somalia, capitalizing on political instability, economic challenges, and weak governance structures. The reported disappearance of the ex-president's driver adds to the growing concern about the influence and reach of Al-Shabaab. The bicameral parliament on Thursday received and discussed the proposed amendments to the country's constitution.
The federal government of Somalia's bicameral parliament Thursday received and discussed the proposed amendments to the country's constitution. Constitutional Review Committee Chairman Hussein Aidau, the chairman of the presented a comprehensive report detailing the proposed amendments to the legislators who had convened at Villa Hargeisa for the third phase of the constitution review process. Chairman of the Independent Commission for the Constitution Buran Aden Omar clarified the differences in opinions that emerged during the parliamentary discussions. The session concluded with the Speaker of the People's Assembly expressing gratitude towards the committee and the scholars for their collaborative efforts in finalizing the Constitution's draft. The amendment and revision process is scheduled to reach its culmination this Saturday, paving the way for a new chapter in Somalia's governance.
The federal government of Somalia forces have killed over 80 Al-Shabaab militants in different operations across the country, the Ministry of Information has confirmed.
The federal government of Somalia has announced that the national forces have eliminated at least 80 Al-Shabaab militants in operations in various regions of the country, including Mudug, Middle Shabelle, and Bakol. In a press release, Somalia's information ministry stated that the initial operation near Haradere city resulted in over 40 Al-Shabaab fighters killed. The militants were reportedly assembled at a location known as Ba'ad Kafarah Aden. Further, it states that another operation was carried out in the Faqai forest about 15 kilometers from the Darul Ni'ma area. This joint effort by Somali government forces and their international allies led to the death of more than 35 Al-Shabaab militants. In another operation, government forces targeted Al-Shabaab strongholds in the Wajid district within the Bakol region, eliminating 6 militants. The Ministry of Defense stated that these planned operations are part of a larger strategy to degrade Al-Shabaab's capabilities and disrupt their plans to undermine regional security. The ministry also thanked international partners for their support during the missions.
Somalia's cabinet of ministers approved oil and gas agreement between the federal government of Somalia and Turkey. The deal had been signed earlier this month between the governments of Somalia and Turkey.
Somalia's cabinet of ministers approved an oil and gas production agreement on Wednesday. The deal had been signed earlier this month between the governments of Somalia and Turkey. Abdiresak Omar Mohamed, Somalia's Minister of Petroleum and Minerals, presented the agreement to the cabinet, emphasizing its potential to unlock Somalia's resource wealth and stimulate economic growth. According to a statement from the Prime Minister's office, a key provision of the ratified agreement includes Turkish support in oil production, exploration, and exploitation efforts in Somalia. Additionally, the session led to the passage of crucial amendments to the Anti-Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing Bill and the regulation of public registration and national identity.
That story brings us to the end of this bulletin. My name is Abdiresak Ali. Till we meet again, have a lovely evening.